Alright, we're here with the first episode of the daily routines of famous people. Today we're talking about Elon Musk. So Elon Musk wakes up every morning at 7, just like the rest of us. He sleeps at least 6 to 6.5 hours a day, because he thinks if he sleeps less, his spirit will be disturbed. That's why he makes sure to get that much sleep. Second point, even though he believes he should sleep 6 to 6.5 hours, sometimes he goes to bed at 3 in the morning and ends up sleeping much less. The first thing he does after waking up is take a morning shower, because he thinks it clears his mind. After that, he either skips breakfast, or he eats a very light omelette or just a donut. So basically, that's all there is to his breakfast. In his work routine, he has a rule called the 5-minute rule, or time blocking, which means he divides his time into 5-minute intervals, and during each 5 minutes, he focuses on just one task. He never multitasks or does several things at once. He believes there's a subtle difference. And the most important thing he does in those 5 minutes is visit Dr. X's page. He finds our video, he likes it, supports us, and we thank him for that. Alright, let's continue. Sorry. He usually works over 100 hours a week, sometimes even 120 hours. What does that mean, guys? It means that if you think about it, if he works 5 days a week, and in those 5 days he works 120 hours, that's like working 5 times 24 hours. That's a lot. Learn from this. He spends most of his time at his company on design and engineering and things like that, which isn't surprising. At the beginning of the week, he goes to SpaceX. Fridays are also for SpaceX. The rest of the time is spent at Tesla and X. If a meeting is pointless, he just gets up and leaves in the middle of it. He usually eats his lunch very quickly, just a few bites during the meeting. So he doesn't really have a proper lunch or an interesting breakfast either, because yeah. Then to clear his mind a bit, he usually lifts weights or does martial arts. They say he has a black belt in karate, he practices jujitsu, he does judo. Basically he's into martial arts and that sort of thing, but many say he's not really interested, he just does it for these kinds of reasons. And usually around 10 or 11 o'clock, he finally heads home with lots of greetings and blessings. Then for his family, well, mostly so he can see his kids. He has a lot of kids. They say he has at least 14 official children, but there are some rumors that he might have kids elsewhere too. We just don't know. They say from a couple, well, not exactly a couple, he has a child with a very famous Japanese singer. And then he even offered his name to friends and acquaintances, but they declined. And usually after he sees his family, he has 2 favorite activities. What could they be? Reading. He doesn't look like the type at all, but he likes it. He really likes the series of books Beliefs in Circles, and he plays games. If his mother were around, she would definitely say, "Look at what people your age are doing, and here you are playing games." He even created a game himself. Overwatch and I don't know what else, totally random stuff, but he plays this game. He's interested in it, and usually goes to sleep between 1 and 3 in the morning. So he sticks to his 6 to 6.5 hours of sleep, but a lot of times he doesn't stick to it. And then, something interesting I found out about him is that he travels a lot. Meaning, for example, his private jet isn't just for his family. On average, he flies 73 hours a month. That means on average, he's on a flight for 2 to 2.5 hours every day. He's constantly traveling from one place to another. I hope you enjoyed it. Goodbye.